Take your shirt off. Take your shirt off. Plantain. This is the Shirtless Plantain Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shirtless Plantain Show. We're here to report about the semi-finals.
That fucking Kyle Walker, he's fucking useless, I tell ya. What the is he playing at? What is he doing for Perishic's first goal? Sticking his fat fucking meat head where his foot is. What kind of fucking defending is that? Fucking useless bastard.
Well, I guess Union Jack is back.
Of course I'm fucking back, and guess what? So are the England fucking team back in their fucking hotel. Fucking wankers. All overpaid, overrated. That Harry Kane, what is he fucking useless? What did he get? 6 goals against fucking farmers and barmen. Fucking cinema work in attendance or whatnot. Panama, fucking Panama. Who's the other? I don't even know who they fucking were. At 1-0, he goes through 1-on-1. He's fucking past to Raheem Sterling. What's he playing at? And then he hits the post from like 2 yards out. He's the most useless footballer I've ever seen in my life. And Jordan Henderson plays for England. Fucking told you everything you need to know. They're all fucking useless. What the f is going on? Gareth Southgate has got to be the worst England manager I've ever seen in my entire 48 years of watching football. I swear to God. He's the fucking worst. What is he doing playing Ali and Lingard? Both running around like fucking headless chickens. Fucking enough, I'll tell you that for free. England have clearly got a reach out program for the less intelligent and whatnot, and Jordan Henderson fills the quota. So you can't be mad at him. He doesn't know what he's doing, clearly. He turns like a bus on the ball, right? He gets the ball to feet, and the first thing to do is to lump it. Clearly he's not a footballer, but I can't be mad at him. He's less useful than a fucking chocolate frying pan, right? That's all I can say. And that Kyle Walker is about as useful as an ashtray on a fucking motorbike. I've fucking enough. My fucking beers.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Union Jack. I don't think I want to talk to him anymore. I'm done with him for the day. Football didn't come home. Simple. So early in the tournament, we saw Germany get knocked out. World Cup champions 4 years ago, group stage exiters this World Cup. There seemed to be a lot of issues with the squad, particularly trying to find the right partner for Toni Kroos in the midfield. That lack of partner led to Germany having no cover, which led them to be susceptible in counterattack. And their offense seemed to be restricted by the collective knowledge that everybody knew they were susceptible on the counter. However, Germany's not unique in this sense. Since 2002, 4 out of the 5 reigning World Cup champions have been knocked out the group stage. The Germans, Spain in 2014, Italy in 2010, and France in 2002. Repeating victories at the highest level is hard, period. That's why we're so enamored by sports dynasties. It sure makes for great TV, but why does this keep happening? So we kind of broke it down into some different factors. So, one of the 4 reasons is intensity and motivation. It's hard to stay motivated from year to year. Some of you guys have been in college for 6 years, still partying with freshmen at your big age, at your advanced age, you're still partying with freshmen. You know it's true. That's why you're smiling, because you're looking at me and saying, damn, this guy is actually knowing my life. As the kids would say, keep that same energy. But it's hard, man, especially over 4 years. Second reason is timing. A lot can happen in 4 years. A lot of those names might be the same in the sheet, but they're sure as hell not the same team. It's also like, take a look at your aunts and uncles' marriage. Remember when they were so happy when they first got married? How are they doing now? Most of the teams that played in the World Cup that have actually won, they've all been in their prime. Look at every tournament before World Cup 2014. The average age of the squad was 26 years old. By the time you come back, you're out of your physical prime. Players get old, man. It sucks. But some of your favorite players are old. Kind of like these plantains here. Just not ideal, It happens. Some of your favorite players get old. Some of your favorite coaches get old. They're like Yogi Lowe's ass. Just scratching that joint in 2014. It's a winner's ass. 2018 is the first round exit ass. Still the same ass. It's just a little bit ass. This is really it. Another issue is fatigue. Most of the players who are playing on these teams, they will be playing at an elite level. So this means Champions League. This means League Cups. This means long title runs. This means that some players will be more rested than their counterpart. As a Nigerian would say, Bodino B5 would. Let's take a look at someone like Toni Kroos, one of the best midfielders in the world. Toni Kroos has been in 3 consecutive Champions League finals in a row. Back to back to back. That's a lot of toll on the human body. So when someone like Toni Kroos comes to a World Cup, he's already tired. Physically, mentally, it's just drained. But he's going to keep going because, well, he's German. German people, bless their hearts. You know what, man? It just might be time to accept the fact that, hey, It's just hard as hell to win. But hey, who's complaining? Less dynasties mean more competition, and that means more banter, because at the end of the day, it's banter over everything. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Your favorite Nigerian uncle, Wamushi, is here. He's here to talk about Brazil. But Brazil was scary as hell. Now they're like a bunch of teddy bears. So you know what? He's gonna tell you guys why you shouldn't fear Brazil and what went wrong with the national team. So while he's telling you all that stuff about Brazil and why they're not good, I'm gonna go fry some plantains because, I mean, it is a Shirtless Plantain show.
For most footy fans of a certain age, Brazil was a gold standard of international football. They were essentially the neutrals team, and a bit like the equivalent of the biggest team in every other sport. You know, we're talking about like Dallas Cowboys and the Lakers, you know, that team that, you know, all the bandwagon fans jumped on. Unless you're from Argentina or another CONMEBOL team or one of Brazil's main rivals in regards to World Cup trophy count, like Italy or Germany, you were more than likely a Brazil fan on the sly, on some level. You know, whether you like the players or you like the team as a whole or you thought their shirt was cool, everybody knows Brazil when it comes to soccer. That said, despite all these iconic players and moments, Brazil just doesn't appear to be that team anymore. I could be projecting a bit, but over the last few World Cups and other international tournaments, I've sensed more cynicism in relation to Brazil and their national squads from neutrals and even Brazilians themselves.
So why don't we like Brazil anymore again?
I think there are a couple of reasons for this. The main reason probably has to be the style of play. There used to be a time when Brazil just seemingly dominated games from top to bottom. Their victory was a foregone conclusion. They just dominated games like the way Manchester City dominates games.
Man, what? Who? Fuck out of here.
These days, they don't do that anymore. Another factor has to be the corruption and waste surrounding their hosting of the last World Cup in 2014. They built all these stadiums that are basically white elephant projects that are not ever going to be anything. They have a whole bunch of other problems that they could have devoted money to, but they built stadiums instead. And now one of the biggest stadiums they built back then is basically a parking depot for buses. That's wasteful, and it's hard to root for some shit like that. Brazil's performance at the 2014 World Cup was another reason to stop rooting for Brazil. I mean, how does Brazil get beat at home by Germany 7-1? I mean, you see some shit like that and the banter has to go on forever and ever and ever. You can't get humbled like that and still maintain your esteemed position in world soccer. It's just not done.
These plantains are like Germany against Brazil. And it's like being Thiago Silva and David Luiz. It's just difficult. That's how they gave up 4 goals in like 5 minutes.
And finally, Neymar is the symbol of the team these days. He's the best player they have. He's the icon of the team. But he's annoying as shit. He's a wonderful player. He's good as hell. But he's a suspected sister fucker.
He's a what now?
He dives and flops. And he's just annoying as shit. It is what it is. Neymar is just annoying. And he's the one that represents Brazil. So Brazil is annoying. It's just that simple. Ultimately, Brazil has lost what's unique about them. They've lost that mystique, and they're just like every other team. So there's really no reason to root for them over, say, Germany, or Canada, or Turkey, or Nigeria. At least Nigeria has cool-ass jerseys. But it's not all bad. We'll always have the Carnival, and Babalu, and Cachaça, and Bruna Ferraz, and steakhouses, and Delany, and... You know what? Do you like Brazilian music?
Hey, man, look. We need a better budget, man. These plantains suck, B. Tired. So, World Cup finals on Sunday. France, Croatia. You guys are probably thinking, who are we going to pick? Doesn't matter to me, because at the end of the day, the real winner is the banter. I mean, you got the pound-for-pound colonial champion in France, Modric and Rakitic versus Kante and Pogba. You got Lovren, who's been playing out of his ass. I don't know how Lovren is playing so well. But for me, the real winner is just going to be us. Because at the end of the day, someone's going to lose, someone's going to cry, and we're going to be the ones that smile. For watching our show, I mean, we really appreciate it. This is our season finale because the World Cup is over, you know? We have to say our goodbyes. Do we though? Because guess what? We might be coming back. Just might. Ladies and gentlemen, actually, you know what? We will be back. Unlike Ghana, we know how to qualify.